Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And today we get to look at the Hot Toys Baylan Skoll. This figure is highly anticipated for me personally. I absolutely loved the Ahsoka series and pretty much am all in on every figure in the Ahsoka line. Maybe besides a few, but I'm getting, I have Baylan here, plan on getting Shin, Ahsoka, obviously, and the rest of the Rebels crew that they have released. I already have Thrawn, so go check out that review if you haven't already. That is a phenomenal figure, and we will take a look at him a little bit later in this video. But for now, we are looking at the amazing looking, in my opinion. Some people have said they don't like this head sculpt, but I think it looks beautiful, and we'll take a closer look at that once we get this out of the package. But speaking of the package, I said it in my Thrawn review, this artwork, and not even artwork, but photography of the figure with that color scheme for the Ahsoka show is just beautiful, in my opinion. But enough talk about the package. Let's get a closer look at this guy. Alright, and before we get started, I did want to give a huge shout out to Pop Collectibles for getting this to me so fast. Go to Pop Collectibles for, any of your Hot Toys needs. They sell all types of figures, old and new, so they're just a great spot to get Hot Toys. And also with this figure, first and foremost, Ray Stevenson, his performance, I just wanted to, throw in here that one of my favorite performances in Star Wars. It is tragic that he was not able to finish the story that he started, but I hope they really give him a cool storyline, and, it is his performance that made everyone fall in love with this character. Therefore, us getting this absolutely beautiful figure of him by Hot Toys, and yeah, one of the greatest head sculpts I've seen, one of the greatest head sculpts I have in my collection. This thing just looks absolutely beautiful, and in my opinion, really just captures that look of Baylan. And, first-hand impressions out of the box, obviously I took him out, had to take all the plastic stuff that Hot Toys does off him. But yeah, just look at that head sculpt. It is absolutely beautiful. And something that, I really love about this character is his costume. It's kind of different, but also similar in the robes and all that kind of stuff. And just the, medieval look to him, and Hot Toys killed it with this texture on his, chest piece, and these look great, and just how his costume is thrown together here just looks absolutely amazing. And really cannot wait to get him out of the package more and take a closer look. But first, I did want to go over his accessories just a little bit. He does come with the USB lightsaber hookup, and I don't do any of that. I find it a bit gimmicky, so I leave that in the package. But we do get a regular lightsaber, and this thing looks absolutely badass. I just, loved his kind of the way he wielded his lightsaber in the show, so hopefully we can pull off some poses like that. And then he also does come with a ton of hands, so you can really be dynamic with the posing. And the moving eyes in the head sculpts are always one of my favorite things. It adds so much versatility when posing your figures. So yeah, let's get him out of the package. Alright, and real quick before getting into this figure, I did forget one accessory. He does come with his nice black cloak, so yeah, we'll try that on him as well later. Alright, and getting this guy out of the package up close, again, that head sculpt is just immaculate in my opinion. It just looks absolutely beautiful. And like I said, the costume just looks super good on this guy as well. But yeah, I wanted to take a little bit of a closer look at the head sculpt on this guy. Alright, and this thing just looks amazing in my opinion. You just really get that Ray Stevenson look, especially in some certain angles. But the moving eyes on this is really just, they've been doing it with every figure, and it is just a treat when you get a, really good head sculpt with some moving eyes. You can give him a really cool, like, glare look, and it just, looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, I know my lights are kind of really glistering in his eyes, so yeah, but you can just pull off some really cool head movements and add so much character to a head sculpt. Yeah, I am just really, really impressed with this head sculpt. It is quite amazing, and just the expressions you can pull. I mean, dude, it looks so good. All right, and I hate to say it, but the cloak, it's really not great. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's hard to work with. I even tried really hard to get a good, hood position. It is slightly wired, but I just think it covers up an amazing costume underneath. Yeah, I mean, I could maybe see this in like more of an action pose, but you'd really, really have to kind of mess with the material and get it, to just look right. All right, and this is who I'm going to have him posed up with for right now until Shin gets here, and I cannot wait for that figure. If she's going to be as good as Baylan, she's going to be a phenomenal piece, and just getting those two posed up together is just going to be a treat. So, yeah, I cannot wait. But for now, I do have the Thrawn. So far, the really only main characters from the Ahsoka show out, and yeah, they look great together. Although they weren't, together long in the show, they kind of split ways, and Baylan just did his own thing entirely. But yeah, I just cannot wait to see more from these two characters in season 2. All right, and I have never been one to pose a figure much anyway. I like a good vanilla, museum pose, I guess. But for this figure, it works. I have not felt the need to pose him more than this the entire video. I mean, this figure just has that presence of, yeah, I don't know. It's an amazing figure. I absolutely love this piece, and so happy to add this to the collection, as this is probably the only Ray Stevenson figure Hot Toys is ever going to make, and definitely the last of him as Baylan Skoll. Unfortunately, yeah, it's really cool to have this character in the Star Wars collection now. Also, I am just enamored by the detail on this costume. I mean, it is just absolutely amazing. But even a pose like this, just, oh man, just so good. This figure is absolutely beautiful. But you can also get him in his kind of ready pose from the show. And again, the poses with this guy, he wasn't very super dynamic in the show. So sometimes these stoic poses just work a lot better for certain characters. In my opinion, the posing on this figure, just everything you do just looks natural, and that is a testament to the tailoring, proportions, and the head sculpt. That is just absolutely beautiful on this figure. I mean, I have just been having a blast with this review because this figure is a work of art. So at the end of the day, guys, this is another fantastic entry in the Ahsoka line. Now, this line has been praised for its head sculpts, and we've gotten 2 so far, and they're, nearly 10 out of 10s. Thrawn is a 10 out of 10. This, I could see from some angles why some people would argue with it, but it's going to have better angles. That's how the real human face works. So I think for me, this is another 10 out of 10. So if they keep producing this quality head sculpts with the Ahsoka line and just with stuff in general, we are in for the greatest figures, Hot Toys have ever made. This figure is absolutely amazing in my opinion, and if you are even slightly into this character, this will be a fantastic figure for your collection. And even if you just like dark side characters, go get this guy. He is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, shout out to Pop Collectibles again. They are some G's. And also massive shout out to all my channel members. Y'all are the top G's. I love y'all, but I also appreciate everyone that watches my videos. I hope everyone enjoys. I know, unconventional reviews, but I just like to, spew my thoughts onto the screen. So I hope everyone enjoyed. If you're still watching, I love you. As always, may the Force be with you. Ayy.